Welcome to Nampa Bow Chiefs Indoor Warm-Up. This is the finals.
It is. So we're excited to be here. There's about 90 shooters registered this weekend and shooting. So this is Nampa Bow Chiefs' way of getting everyone indoors again, breaking out all the dust of their bows. We filmed yesterday the qualification round. And what's neat is everyone that shot yesterday will have a chance to move forward today. If there's any divisions that had more than 16 in that division, what they are planning to do is cut that division in half by bracket. So the top 16 seeded shooters will shoot up, and it'll turn it down to 8 after 4 ends of score, with X's being 11s, and then the top 8 will do a shoot-up format. Everyone else, if their division was less than 16, will have a chance to shoot up. So if there were 15 in a division, 15 will shoot against 14. Then the winner of that will shoot against 13, all the way up to first place. So someone could technically move all the way to the first place today, and we'll go over the seeding in just a minute, and we'll walk out and get a chance to talk to some of the archers and go from there. I believe who's shooting right now, the seniors are warming up. They get 2 practice ends and then 4 ends for score with 3 arrows an end. So thanks for joining us. They're starting their practice ends right now. So I believe the seniors are starting first, so you're going to be looking at Troy and Kent on this end here.
And actually, it doesn't look like Troy was able to make it.
Oh, I see.
So he did not shoot his qualifying round here. So we will be Kent Ritter against Aaron Higgins.
Okay, yeah.
Will be this first end here. So there is the senior standing with Kevin George at the top. So Kevin gets to just kind of sit back and relax for most of the morning here, and is guaranteed at least second place today. So
yeah, and I think that's Aaron in the PSC jersey.
It is, and Kent behind him.
Kent right behind him.
Looks like a Bowtech jersey.
So we'll get a little bit of the senior action here starting out, and then we'll see who else is on the line. I think there's some youth over there too. We'll get the lineup for them in just a second, but we'll show you a little bit of the senior action here. This is just their warm-up in, so letting them get a couple of jitters out.
How have you been, Jackson? I was trying to grab it before it was going. You didn't work out.
Well, the first thing I did this morning was went bowling with his brother.
Yeah? Which one? That one?
That one, yeah.
Good. He deserves it.
It's like still protected. I'm like,
Over your dead body. Okay.
So it does appear that the youth or excuse me, the young adult are also going to be shooting at this same time. So here we see the young adult male. Cody Stidham is sitting in first place with Garrett Littner in second. They are warming up to go head to head. Not sure if Joseph Beard was not able to attend this morning, but it does appear that it's Garrett and Cody warming up to shoot against each other.
right, so we turned our attention to the young adult. So in the young adult, you have Cody up on the line right now at full draw. He shot a 450 with 11 yesterday, and he is shooting against Garrett. And this is the finals. This is for first and second place. This is their first scoring in. Garrett shot a 450 with 15. So you may wonder how Cody seated higher. How that works, since the X's were 11s, that meant Garrett must have shot a 9 somewhere along the line, or didn't shoot as many 11s up front. So that's how they seed those. So even though Garrett shot more 11s, he must have dropped the first point somewhere along the line for Cody to seed above him. So now Cody's guaranteed first or second place, so he's going to try to defend his first place seeding against Garrett, and we'll go follow them for the finals.
So as you can see, looks like Garrett and Cody are both fixing maybe some holes in the target that visually are not appealing when they are back shooting. So oftentimes if they see a hole, maybe a practice end was in the red or a little further out in the yellow than they were hoping, they will fix that and kind of clear it. Now there are some tournaments where that is not allowed, that you cannot touch your target face. But it does appear that in this tournament that is fine to do. So we're going into the second end, scoring end then in this competition for finals for the young adult. Cody Stidham against Garrett Littner. Behind Cody,
Thank you.
red.
That's all right. I need him to, because I need to frame it.
That was the only thing I was wanting for the
I
class.
believe is Annabelle Kelso shooting against Haley Fieldstead. Arrow, Cody's first arrow there. Garrett on the right, Cody on the left.
All right. Let's go down and see if we can take a peek at their score. All right. We're following you guys because you're in your finals right now.
Yeah.
Cody's trying to defend first place, and Garrett's trying to take that spot. So we'll see how we're sitting right now. So right now, Cody's shot two ends of 30, and Garrett is a 29 and a 28. So Cody's got a little bit of a lead on Garrett, but anything can happen in these next two scoring ends.
For sure.
All right, so there you have it. Cody is currently standing a little bit higher than Garrett. And we'll check in maybe next end and see where some of the others are sitting.
Okay, and 4, which one?
3.
I'm gonna call it out, but if you want to call someone over, you can.
Line judge.
Judge!
So these archers score themselves downrange. Obviously, with it just being the two of them, Cody called an arrow out.
So number 3 arrow for Garrett is in question. So Nathan's coming up to be the line judge for that. It's important to get these second calls. I'm breaking out the light.
It's 10.
And it is called a 10. So it looks like Garrett picked up 1 point on that end going into the finals. So that'll give us Cody with a 29 on this end and Garrett at 31 on this end.
One more.
So targets 9 and 10 are our young adult female. I believe we have Kate Fieldstadt going up against Annabelle Kelso. Haley is in.
All right, Cody has a little breathing room on this last and final end here. If he can maintain what he's got, then he will be the young adult champion. If Garrett can close the gap a little bit on this one, or if he can come up and catch up on this, we'll go through a tie-breaking set of rules. Both archers at full draw for the first arrow. Garrett shoots a solid 11, no question about that. And it looks like Cody's on a 10-11 line. It looks to be a 10, so if that's the case, then Garrett picks up 1 point on him. Garrett shoots another solid 11. And Cody shoots a 9. So that looks to be a 3-point swing on this end right now. So can't remember what the gap was right at this point, but it looks like Garrett could be really close to tying this up. So there's a lot of pressure on Cody for this shot. Garrett shoots a 10. Let's see how Cody finishes up. Ooh, Cody shoots another 9, so that's 1 more point. So it looks like a 4-point swing on this end alone. If there was just a 4-point difference, it's going to be tied up, so I'm not sure what it was. Do you guys remember what the gap was? You remember who was ahead by how many? So it looks.
I remember the first 2 I was ahead, and that one you got ahead.
Yeah, it looks like there's a 4-point swing on this end. I'm not sure how far you were ahead, Cody, before, but let me get this set up and we'll see if there's a clear winner or if it's tied up. It may be tied. So Garrett shot a 31 on that one. Or I'm sorry, Cody shot a 28 on that end, and Garrett shot a 32 on that end. And let's do a little bit of math here.
100 and... I'm okay, thank you. You got a 121, Garrett?
All right. Garrett with a 121.
I think for some scorecards after I take a picture of the
117.
And then a 117 for Cody. So Garrett came back on that last end and ended up taking first place. So that's good. Well, so how do you guys feel about that? I mean, it's a lot. It's nerve-wracking, right? I'm standing here commentating for you, and you know that we're watching, and this is what it's all about. It's just the warm-up is for that. So what do you think, Cody?
I had a rough round, that's for sure. But that's why they call it the indoor warm-up, is to get a lot of practice.
That's right. And then you can't replicate this in normal practice. You have to be at these competitions. So Garrett, congratulations on that. And what do you think? You felt like that was a pretty solid in, it looked like, 32.
Yeah, that was a solid in. The first 2, I was a little all over the place. Still a little shaky.
Yeah?
Always shaky though. So
I imagine. So congratulations again. All right, so Garrett came back and he took that first place spot from Cody. It's a good learning experience for both archers. So Cody is an outstanding shot, so Garrett had to really earn that spot. So good job on both of those guys. So we'll pick up who's coming up next in the finals here as soon as we see who's on the line and where they're at.
right, so it does appear in the senior class that Aaron Higgins is going to move on, and he will be shooting against Scott Wyndham in the senior class. Scott there in the Darton jersey. Again, Aaron in the PSC jersey. We'll also be focusing on our young adult females. Their finals are going to be Sarah Hammonds.
I've got.
I know. That's why I said go for it.
Oh, good. I have a set of Leica 10 or 12 by 42s. I'll never use again.
So Haley will be
They just hold so
on
steady. You
target
can
9.
one-hand it. It's a 16
Sarah
power.
on target
So
10.
it
And
drops
this
a
is
little light, but you can't
first
tell
and
that
second
until
place in
dusk.
the
You know,
female
and
young adult division.
you know, anything I'm hunting at that spot, it doesn't matter because I'm on foot. I can see it without cameras anyway. Running around. So at this point, all the archers that are walking up on the line will have done all their practice rounds off to the side. And so as they step up to face the next competitor or the person that kept that spot, then it will be scoring, live scoring. So right now we're going to focus on Haley Fieldstad shooting against Sarah Hammond. Sarah Hammond seeded first yesterday with a 483 with 35. Haley shot a 440 with 13, but she took out Annabelle Kelso just a minute ago, and so she's going to go for first place and try to unseed Sarah.
So here are their scores that Joe was just mentioning. Again, Sarah Hammonds.
So Sarah Hammond's wearing the blue jeans, big belt buckle boots, and Haley standing beside of her. Haley shoots out of endless archery. All right, Sarah's in lane 10. Haley's in lane 9.
So Sarah's target is on the right, Haley's is on the left, and this is for score. Solid X for Sarah.
All right. Haley's first arrow is a 9, and Sarah's first arrow is an 11. Sarah shoots another 11. She's going to try to put the pressure early on Haley. All right. Haley sinks it dead center for an 11, and that's on a 10-11 line. And so that's going to be a close one for Sarah's third shot. So that may be a 33. It may be a 32. All right, so Haley shoots a 9 on her last one, so Sarah's going to get a little bit of a lead on this end.
Okay, on targets 5 and 6 on the far left of your screen, we've got, looks like Sophia Porter and Lily shooting off there. And on targets 7 and 8, looks like Mac Foster there in the Hoyt jersey, and Colton Williams in the the Endless Archery jersey on target 8. So their standings. So Mac and Colton are shooting off against each other. Mac's qualification score was a 445 with 16 X's. Colton's was a 441 with 13. For the youth female, looks like Sophia came in with a higher score of 427 and 8 X's, and Lily had a 420 with 7 X's. So they will continue their shoot-off. Right now we are primarily focused on this young adult female shoot-off as it is their final. It does look like we've got the women's bow hunter maybe setting up on targets 11 and 12.
All right, Nathan, the club president, is running this line. So got everything going on here. He's doing a little housekeeping. Let's find where we want to be. All right, let me get out of the way.
Sarah center punched that target on 10.
So Sarah sinks her first shot right in the middle there, so she's going to pick up an 11, and Haley's on a 11-10 line, so she may have an 11 there. That might be a 10. Sarah's second shot in the same hole is her first on that target, and she's got another 11. Shooting really solid today. She put up a really good score yesterday too. And third, it looks like she's going to have a solid 33. Looks like all 3 arrows were in the same holes that they were before. All right, Haley shot an 8 on that second arrow. So Sarah's showing why she was seated first with a solid 33 there. Haley's taking a few extra breaths. She's got plenty of time, 40 seconds on the clock. No rush at all for her. She just wants to take a good, solid shot. And that last one is looks like a 10. It could be an 11, but I believe it's going to be a 10 on paper. Now what she's doing is she's just waiting for the archer to the right or left that's at full draw to shoot her shot before she moves off the line. That's a normal courtesy in this sport. So if someone's at full draw on either side of you, you don't want to step off the line because it could either distract them, but if they're standing in the lane right next to you, that could be a problem because you could accidentally bump them too. So, and any arrow that goes down past a certain point on the range is considered a shot arrow. So you don't want to bump somebody and accidentally have them shoot an arrow that doesn't go where they intended it to go. Is that your arrow?
Yeah.
All right. Shift your pole.
So it looks like an arrow has gone through the target and kind of got stuck in there. So Joe's working on getting that out.
Yeah.
We'll get it after. So we'll just shift it an inch or two, and then it will be in play.
Young men
One more, remember it's there. See
Nah.
if we can get a pull.
and
Oh,
Colton.
as long as you got it.
I do, but I'd really rather have that one. So.
I don't know how we can get it right this second. All right, the shooter on 11 had an arrow sink deep to the back, so it stuck in some plastic in the back there. So they're going to try to get it out. If they can, she would prefer to shoot that one if she can, but she does have a backup arrow there. So I might have to get that out a little bit later.
So here we have the senior men's
All right, let me-
standings.
Reposition the camera.
Currently shooting up are Aaron Higgins and Scott Wyndham. So they were pretty tight in their qualification scores. 430 for Scott with 8 X's and a 428 for Aaron with 12 X's.
All right, this will be their third scoring end coming up. Sarah shoots a solid 11 again right in that same hole there. All right, and Haley on her first shot looks like it's going to catch a 10 line. And there's no order that has to be shot, meaning like Haley shoots the third target first. That's okay. There's no order of the targets. They're numbered 1, 2, and 3, and that's if for certain competitions they're required to shoot them in a specific order. That Sarah's second shot is on the 10-11 line, so I can't tell because it tore the paper pretty hard there. So, and her last arrow is an 11. So she's a quick shooter. Haley picks up another 10 there. So Sarah with a 32 or a 33. and that's going to extend her lead on this end as well. So I want you to pay attention to Haley's draw. So it looks like she's going to sky draw, but it's just loading her back, and then she comes down level with the target before she draws. So she's not sky drawing. You'll see a lot of people that do that. It looks like they're going to sky draw, but they don't start drawing the bow back until it's below their eyes or below their hand. Technically, most clubs and most outdoor ranges are going to have a requirement that there is no sky drawing, because you don't want an arrow going where it's not supposed to be. So as long as she's aiming at that bell before she draws back, that's classically okay. Where it really comes into play is outdoors. You don't want to be sky drawing outside, because you can have arrows fly over where other archers may be shooting on the range, sort of like a golf course. We'll go down and see if we can talk to him a little bit going into this last end here. So, she's going to. All right, so Haley's asking for a call on her bottom right target.
10-9.
Right now going into the final end, so how you girls feel about that?
Good.
Yeah, Sarah
I
feels
feel
pretty
good.
good, and Haley feels good too, so that's good.
This is one of those character building days.
Exactly. So the nice thing about this pressure is there's the only way to do it is to be able to get this real pressure is through actual competition. So let's see if we can try to help pull this arrow out here.
I might have something that can help more.
It's not going to come out.
Yeah.
It's going to belong there until
So
the
while
evening.
they're pulling that arrow out, let's see if we can take a look at the standings for the female bow hunter class. So right now we have, I believe, Alice Foster,
We're going to have to separate the
who had a
target to grab the
qualification
fletches.
score of 201,
That one just says
shooting
no.
against Kayla Flint.
That one's on bone.
Her qualification score was 87.
If it's up there, it's usually
Exits.
donated, but here it's just on loan. All right, let's get this last end ready. And like Haley said, this is a good character building day. And what she's indicating is you can go to your local range and you can practice a lot, but if you're not actually shooting competition against your peers, it is tough to replicate the pressure that a person feels doing that. That's why certain people excel, because they put themselves in a spot where they have to face that competition and deal with that stress and adrenaline rush that comes, and they have to suppress that so that they can shoot and execute good shots. So Sarah's feeling confident. She shot an 11 starting out. Maybe a little bit of that pressure is getting to Haley. She's on the 6-7 line, so that looks like it's going to be a 10 for Sarah on her second shot. There's a good possibility that Sarah will get her third arrow off before Haley gets her second arrow. And that's something that she's probably learned, you know. And she shoots a solid 11, so she's going to end up retaining her first place finish there, and she's going to be the champion of that division. So Haley's second shot is a 9. Wish good thoughts for Haley here on this third arrow so that she can feel confident moving past this competition and getting ready for the next one that she wants to do. She's going to hopefully be able to talk to her coach over at Endless Archery, and she's going to be able to communicate how she felt during these ends, and she'll be able to apply that into her practice. And as soon as she does that, it's going to cause her to grow in the sport. So that's what we like to see. So she's thought through it. Now let's see if she can execute a good clean shot here. All right, she's on a 9-10 line on that third shot, so she's going to call that a success, I think. She's not been shooting very long. I shoot with her sometimes over at Endless Archery and shoot with both of these ladies in different competitions, so and on league nights, so it's pretty fun to be around them and watch them grow.
So it does look like in the young adult female, we're going to end up with Sarah maintaining her first position. Haley Fieldstad will end up in second, and Annabelle will finish in third place.
All right.
Swimming in the deep blue sea.
That's all right, though. So I know you're going to take that back to your coach at Endless, and you're going to talk about how you felt during these ends, and it's going to apply into your practice.
Yep.
And that's going to help you grow. So.
Yep. Learning day.
Yep.
And this was to get me back in the groove with shoot paper.
Absolutely. So, all right, Sarah, congratulations on your final score, too. So you're done for the day. Now you get to just sit back and relax a little bit. Solid shooting. I'm not even sure that she dropped more than 2 or 3 X's on those. She didn't shoot a 9, so it's just an X count thing for her at this point, so that's really good shooting. Get ready for the next.
All right, so it looks like in the senior division, just looking at who is walking down the main targets. Looks like Aaron.
On youth male, Colton Williams beats Mac. Moves on to face Gavin Haney. In young adult female, Sarah Hammonds beats Haley Fieldstad.
All right, so as you said, Sarah
In
beat.
youth female, Sophia Porter beats Lily and moves on to face Mackenzie Call.
All right, so we'll have Sophia against Mackenzie.
And in the senior class, Aaron Higgins beats Scott Wyndham. Faces Nat Flint up next.
All right, we're going to focus in on some youth on these ends. We're at the final youth female and the final youth male. So we're going to catch them down here.
So it does seem as if on the final youth male, it's going to be Colton Williams against Gavin Haney. So Mac Foster will end up in third place in that division. Sophia Porter is going to go up against Mackenzie Call. And so Lily would have finished in third place there. So they are hanging their targets. Zoom in on these here. All right, so we are focusing here on the juniors. I believe they're called the Junior Eagles. Junior Eagles. And these individuals are shooting at 10 yards. So we don't have a visual on their targets right now. But it is fun to watch these youngsters shoot and compete. So here are the arrows for the youth female on 5 and 6, and the youth
right
male
now-
on 7 and 8.
Right now we're at Nicholas.
So we appreciate you guys tuning in. This is definitely a multi-person job here, and we got two individuals trying to give you the best footage we can, running around, flipping things back and forth, getting different camera angles. But we love representing and highlighting the archers in the Northwest here. So Archery Northwest is set up in an effort to focus on various clubs throughout the Northwest, the shoots they put on, as well as all the archery pro shops in the area, and highlight the good things the pro shops are doing for the sport of archery. So now we've got focused in on the youth male and youth females. This is the finals for both of these divisions. The youth males targets are 7 and 8. The youth female targets are 5 and 6. So it looks like Colton may have got an 8-9 liner there. Number 1 target on target 8. Sophia just center punched her second arrow. Looks like she may have had a little bobble on her first arrow. So we're looking at Mackenzie and Sophia here. Mackenzie is going to full draw. She's target 6. Looks like a solid 10 there. Sophia full draw for her final arrow. And that's her number 1 target. Looks like a solid arrow. So be curious to know what happened on Sophia's first arrow there on that end. That is not like Sophia. This is the finals for the youth male. They're on 7 and 8, and youth female on targets 5 and 6. That is Gavin Haney there in the red, Colton Williams in the jersey, blue jersey there. They do look like they are having a good time. So again, here was the qualification scores for the youth. Gavin Haney came in with a 457 with 19 X's. Mackenzie Call came in with a 440 and 12 X's. So looks like a high 10 there for Gavin. Solid X for Colton. Mackenzie maybe a 9 there, and Sophia with a 9. That's a 9 for Gavin, and it looks like it may just be out in the 9 for Colton as well. Mackenzie with a 9, and it looks like Sophia got a solid shot in there. Gavin finishing up that end with a 9. And Colton looks like may have snuck one in, possibly an X there. And Mackenzie just got her 3rd arrow off. Sophia at full draw. And Mackenzie's looks like in this angle that may be an 8 there. Her number 3 target. And Sophia center punches her last arrow on that end.
All right, nobody go anywhere yet. We want to see how everybody's doing here. So this is for the finals here. This is Gavin shooting against Colton. Colton, you shot your way up into 2nd place, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And how is it looking so far?
Pretty good.
So it looks pretty tight.
We've been tied for the past 2 rounds.
All right, and this is the 3rd end right now.
Yes.
And then, let's see here.
What are the scores now, Colton?
Like
what was that round?
I'm consistent 30s. You dropped to 28.
Yep, so it looks like Colton's got you by 2 right now, Gavin. So good luck on this last and final end here. So that could go any ways about it with the X's counting as 11. So you shot a really good score yesterday, too. You had a 457 with 19, so that's a very respectable score. How old are you?
I'm 13.
13?
Yeah.
You can't argue that, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, good luck on this last end, guys.
All right, so it sounds like it's anybody's game.
All right, so you heard that Colton picked up 2 points, so it's just a 2-point game right now. X's are 11, so that's going to be tight. I know Gavin does not want to give up that spot, so he's going to work hard to shoot a 33 here, and we'll see what Colton's able to put out. This is also the final end for Mackenzie and Sophia. I have not had a chance to see what their scores are yet. See if somebody knows. So who's leading right now between Sophia and...
That's what we're discussing.
Chance to see.
I think they're even.
Okay, so if that is true and they're even, this is their final end too, so they're both going to try to put down everything they can here. So
They both just dropped 10s.
okay. So we have a lot going on right now on this last end here. I think Megan's going to be able to call that a little bit better, maybe.
All right, so it does look like Mackenzie has an X and a 10. Sophia's got a 10. See where her second arrow comes in. Looks like she's let down. Gavin just threw one into the red, which is going to open the door for Colton there. And it looks like Colton shot a high 9, but it does look like it's in there. So we'll have to confirm, but it does look like there's a chance that he could have stepped in and taken that.
Mackenzie shot a 10 on that last arrow as well. Looks like Garrett and Colton are finished. Going to focus on Sophia's last